Good morning and welcome. You're watching Morning News on CNN News 18. I am Aisha Varma. We wish you a very happy Dussehra. Our first and primary focus is on Prime Minister Narayana Rane, who is all set to visit Himachal Pradesh today. Now, he will be inaugurating and laying the foundation stones of projects worth 3,650 crore rupees. And the Prime Minister will also inaugurate the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Bilaspur. Now, after dedicating the hospital to citizens, the Prime Minister will address a rally at Lunar Ground in Bilaspur and will also participate in the Dussehra celebrations in Kullu. Now, the Prime Minister is also set to lay the foundation stone of the Medical Device Park in Nalagarh, which will be built at a cost of about 350 crore rupees, and it will significantly enhance employment opportunities in the region.
5 अक्टूबर को हम हिमाचल वासियों के लिए बहुत प्रसन्नता का विषय है कि देश के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री विजयदशमी पर देवभूमि हिमाचल पधार रहे हैं। बिलासपुर में ऑल इंडिया मेडिकल इंस्टीट्यूट के साथ में हमारे बहुत सारे और भी प्रोजेक्ट का उद्घाटन और शिलान्यास हो रहा है और यहां उसके पश्चात बिलासपुर में एक भव्य रैली का आयोजन किया गया है। मेरा सभी से निवेदन है कि बड़ी संख्या में उस कार्यक्रम में पहुंच करके प्रधानमंत्री जी का संबोधन सुने। मेरा सभी पत्रकार मित्रों से निवेदन है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी की कवरेज के लिए आप सब सादर आमंत्रित हैं। आप आइए, आपका स्वागत है।
पूरे मेला ग्राउंड को कवर करने के लिए 150 सीसीटीवी कैमरे लगाए गए हैं और दशहरा के दौरान पुलिस और होमगार्ड्स के लगभग 1500 जवान जो है सुरक्षा के लिए तैनात रहेंगे और कंट्रोल रूम के माध्यम से उन पूरा मेला ग्राउंड की निगरानी की जाएगी। इसके अलावा जो हमारा ड्रोन्स है उनसे भी पूरा मेला ग्राउंड की सर्वेलेंस भी की जाएगी और ट्रैफिक के लिए भी हमने जो डिप्लॉयमेंट की है वो भी पर्याप्त प्रबंध किए गए हैं।
All right, we have some breaking news coming in right now, and this is from the Valley. Another encounter has started between terrorists and security forces in the Mulu Chitragam area of Shopian. Now, more details are currently awaited. Right now, what we know is that currently there is heavy firing that is going on from both of the sides. So this is essentially a fresh encounter that's taking place. Now, I'm crossing over to my colleague Mufti Izzat to get us more details. Mufti, what else can you tell us about this encounter right now?
Well, Aisha, this is the second encounter which one is witnessing in the last 12 hours. The first one took place in Drach in Kigam area of Shopian. That was yesterday when troops and police moved in that area. There was a firing which is still going on. That encounter is raging on in that area. But having said that, there's another one which is barely 5 or 6 kilometers away from the first place. And this is taking place in Mulu Chitragam, again in Shopian district. So all in all, these are two encounters we're talking about. Heavy firing is going on as we speak, and there you will see that in the visuals too. But having said that, there have been spate of encounters in the last 10 days. We believe this is the 8th or 9th incident which one is witnessing. Most of these encounters are taking place in South Kashmir, but in between we also saw some incidents taking place in North Kashmir, where a Home Minister is arriving today. We know that he is holding a huge rally in Baramulla. We've seen in Patan area 2 incidents in the last 3 or 4 days. One, when a bank manager had a providential escape after some militants fired on him. Luckily, no bullet hit him and he was safe. And thereupon, what police has now directed all these non-locals is that they should at least stay safe and not come in the line of fire and really take a lot of precautions. 2 was when there was an encounter in Patan area where 2 Jash militants were killed. So all in all, we've seen that, as I said, 8 to 9 incidents taking place in the last 10 days. There were also incidents in Udhampur when a twin blast took place. There the militants used sticky bombs. And clearly we've seen that almost every day, second day, there is one encounter going on. But clearly, we believe that police as well as army have secured the Baramulla area. The Home Minister is not taking the road. We're being told that he will fly in a chopper to the venue where he is going to hold a mega rally, where a large number of people are attending this time around.
Absolutely. All right, Mufti, thank you so much for joining us and for giving us all of those details about the encounter that's currently underway. We're now going to take a closer look at the tussle between the Shiv Sena factions. The stage is set for another political showdown between the two Shiv Sena camps led by Uddhav Thackeray and Eknath Shinde. Now, the two leaders will hold separate Dussehra rallies today in what is being seen as a show of strength of their respective factions. But it seems that Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has taken the lead in outshining Uddhav Thackeray as the real Shiv Sainik. It is expected that Shinde's rally at the BKC ground will see more supporters than Uddhav Thackeray's rally at Shivaji Park. Now, Chief Minister Eknath Shinde even tweeted out 9 videos of his speech on Monday and claimed that his faction is the real Sena. Meanwhile, Uddhav Thackeray's camp also hit out at the Shinde faction, claiming that they will get more supporters at the rally.
क्या मोदी जी और भाजपा ने विपक्ष के नेताओं को अपने पक्ष में लेकर सारे कानून को तोड़ने का अधिकार दे रखा है? विपक्ष को न किए हुए चीज के लिए मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग के लिए अंदर रखा, चाहे वो फिर संजय राउत जी हो या अनिल देशमुख जी हो। फिर आज दसरा समारोह के लिए 10 करोड़ का कैश बसेस बुक करने के लिए एसटी महामंडल में भरे गए। क्या उसकी जांच ईडी, इनकम टैक्स, सीबीआई करने वाली है? बड़े पैमाने पर खाने के ऑर्डर दिए जा रहे हैं, उसमें भी करोड़ों रुपए खर्चा किए जा रहे हैं। क्या इन सब की जांच होगी?
And News 18 Lokmat's Preeti Sampura spoke to Union Minister Narayan Rane on the ongoing rally versus rally face-off between Eknath Shinde and Uddhav Thackeray. Listen in.
काफी उत्सुकता लोगों में है दशहरा मेला को लेकर। एक मेला हो रहा है वो है एकनाथ शिंदे जी का जो बीकेसी में है, एक हो रहा है शिवाजी पार्क में जो उद्धव ठाकरे का है। दोनों के लिए प्रतिष्ठा का जंग बन चुका है, दोनों शक्ति प्रदर्शन कल करने वाले। आप कैसे देखते हो इसको?
मेला होने वाला है शिवसेना का भी, उद्धव ठाकरे जी का और एकनाथ शिंदे जी का। देखेंगे किसका बड़ा मेला होता है, किसमें काफी लोग, ज्यादा लोग उपस्थित रहते और कौन क्या विचार देते महाराष्ट्र के लिए, महाराष्ट्र के डेवलपमेंट के लिए, तरक्की के लिए किसके विचार उपयुक्त है वो हम देखेंगे। उसमें हिंदुत्ववादी असली शिवसेना कौन सी है, मराठी लोग के हित में, महाराष्ट्र के हित में कौन काम करने वाली है, उसके बारे में इनके विचार क्या है ये मैं सुनूंगा।
लेकिन आपको अभी तक दोनों में से किसी ने न्योता दिया है?
नहीं।
किसी ने आमंत्रित किया है?
नहीं।
जाएंगे आप कल?
नहीं, मुझे आमंत्रित करेंगे तो एकनाथ शिंदे जी, और वो आमंत्रित करते हैं तो पार्टी को पूछ के, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेता को पूछ के परमिशन लेके जरूर जाऊंगा, बुलाएंगे तो।
Now, Home Minister Amit Shah is all set for day 2 of his visit to Jammu and Kashmir. He will be holding a security review meet at the Raj Bhavan in Srinagar at 10 a.m. And after the review meet, he will address a mega rally in Baramulla at 11:30 a.m. He will also launch and lay the foundation stone for various development projects in Srinagar this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Now, yesterday, while addressing a rally in Rajouri, Amit Shah lashed out at those who were in power before the abrogation of Article 370 and assured the Baharis that the centre has approved the reservation and that it will come into effect very soon.
सिर्फ वादे करने वाले लोग नहीं, हम करप्शन को समाप्त करना चाहते हैं, हम टेररिज्म को समाप्त करना चाहते हैं, साथ ही साथ विकास कर जम्मू कश्मीर को पूरे देश में विकास की दौड़ पर नंबर 1 का राज्य भी बने। और यह हमारा कमिटमेंट है, उस दिशा में नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार जा रही है। मगर मेरा आप सबसे एक निवेदन है कि सरकार ने जो कुछ किया है उसको खुली आंख से जरा देखिएगा, क्योंकि आप खुली आंख से देखकर सरकार के काम के लिए अपना मत बनाओगे तो आने वाली जम्मू कश्मीर की पीढ़ियां फिर से ये 3 परिवारों के शासन में नहीं फंसेगी।
Now, my colleague and our political editor, Maria Shakil, spoke to a panel of guests on Amit Shah's visit to Jammu and Kashmir and the soon-to-be-implemented reservation for the Baharis. Listen in.
The point also that has been made here largely is that by the Gujars and Bakarwals is that the Paharis never faced discrimination or ostracization that they have been facing for years.
I think the most important point that needs to be understood is post the abrogation of Article 370, if you recall, it's not just the Gujars and Bakarwals who were politically marginalized prior to August 5th and August 6th of 2019, because they could never be a part of the overall electoral process. Even the Valmiki community could never aspire to be a part of the electoral process. So I think what the abrogation of Article 370 has done is that it has mainstreamed the erstwhile marginalized communities, be it Valmikis, be it Gujars, be it Bakarwals, and now for that matter, the Pahari community, without trying to disturb status quo in terms of reservations already available.
Fine. Aarti, there have been multiple commissions which have examined this issue of the quota, and the recommendations have always been about Paharis, Bakarwals and Gujars. All of them should be given ST quota benefits. Then why did it take particularly for Paharis to get their due today?
Well, Maria, to begin with, the politics of Jammu and Kashmir in the last 70 years, starting from 1947, was Kashmir-centric. It was always about Kashmiri Muslim leadership. It was always about Kashmiri Muslims rather than any other community. In fact, it would be absolutely correct to say that Kashmiri Muslim leadership in the first 7 decades of our independence was highly communal. It was xenophobic. It was ethnically discriminatory against other groups, whether it were Ladakhis, whether it were Kashmiri Hindus, whether it were Jammu Dogras, whether it were Gujars, Bakarwals and Paharis. They all faced discrimination by the successive governments which were headed by Kashmiri Muslim political leadership of the Abdullahs and the Muftis. So for anyone to say that, we were actually fighting for the rights of Gujars, Bakarwals and Paharis, it's actually a huge lie. Paharis did not get their due because it did not politically suit a National Conference and PDP, because they were always focused about their votes in Kashmir. Whereas Paharis are largely, actually, you pointed it out yourself, in the upper reaches of Jammu region. And
yes,
Jammu region has,
Aarti, since you have made that point,
it
was in April 1991 when the Gujar Bakarwal got the ST status and when the militancy was at its peak. So the point that I bring, and I'm going to take that thread that has been, that has been made by Aarti here to Nilofer. Nilofer, if Bakarwals and Gujars can, then what stopped successive governments, and they were largely either of NC or of PDP, to really give Paharis what they should have got?
I have earlier also said that the matter was being taken by the NC government with Mrs. Indira Gandhi, erstwhile Prime Minister of India. Then subsequently it was taken by Mr. Omar Abdullah with the
no, but then what really happened?
But it couldn't go through. It couldn't go through.
They were supposed to be, they were named famously as the guardians of the borders.
See.
And then they were not recognized.
That is why the reason we wanted the reservation for them, that they should be categorized as ST. We had been vehemently fighting for that.
Now, it's time to savor the goodness of refreshing kombucha during this festive season. Check out these palate-pleasing probiotic-packed brews from Moss & Fermentary. And now with this, we're heading into a very short break, but do stay with us.